This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Use code 249NUTS to get $249 domain registration or transfer. Defense Soap. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off your entire order. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 166.
166.
Thanks, Eagle Michael.
Matt Griffith, this is the MMA show by MMA fans for MMA fans, where we walk the line between serious and ridiculous. Oh, that was a smooth roll.
Speaking of ridiculous,
What?
It's swamp ass like in Chicago these days, and it's only getting worse. This week
Is
is
this
going to
the
be
Indian summer?
I don't know what's going on, but it's back in the 90s and humid and hot. So I can't seem to catch a break. It's like it's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. Just give me some summer, you know? If it's going to be summer, stay summer. Stop fucking around.
I hear that.
You know?
Luckily, we have this thing called air conditioning.
Yes.
I'm not as sissy as I used to be. Wait. I never had air conditioning, so this is a luxury item.
I did, but it was the window kind, which those never worked well. When I was growing up, we didn't have central AC. We had the window AC. Depends where you are in the house. You may or may not be cool.
Yeah.
So, but yes, hats off to AC. I love AC.
That's what I said tonight when I came in. Man, it's going to be it's hot as balls out. It's 82 degrees at fucking 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Sticky. Coming to get you.
Balmy.
It's always balmy. I don't know why. Hey, speaking of balmy,
yes,
Steve Ballmer just fucking quit as CEO, or he got pushed out of Microsoft.
Love that.
Oops! I make a Surface tablet that doesn't work so well. We take a $900 million hit because I'm a fucking douchebag.
Who took over? Anybody?
No, they're gonna take 12 months to name a
good for them
replacement. So that usually says they pushed him out and they weren't expecting to do so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I don't know if the guy was ever right for Microsoft. I feel like Microsoft is trying real hard to be what Apple was 5 years ago, because now that Steve Jobs is no longer around. But they got a guy at the helm who doesn't really fit the bill. So I need to find
Gates. Hey!
Bill Gates actually was more of a CEO, I think, like leader for the cause than Ballmer ever was. So I don't know who they're going to get, but they need a guy like that. Somebody who has a vision, who wants to take it to the next level.
Rumor was floating around Kevin Rose.
Seriously?
I don't know if it was serious, but I'm just saying.
Fucked up. Like the anti-Microsoft guy. No, I think he's busy with Google and all kinds of other shit.
They're doing that Google investments, I think.
Yeah. Google's got there's some USB thing that they came out with that's supposed to hook up to your TV.
Yeah, what the fuck is that thing? It was like $35.
Yeah, it's cheap as hell, and it somehow streams like all this shit. And
it's supposed to replace the Apple TV thing.
Yeah. Well, Apple just hired the guy from Nike that's been doing sport watches for like 15 years. So they're probably going to come out with a watch. There's a lot of rumors about them coming out with the next TV. You know, there's a lot of cool shit happening, and nobody knows. All I can say is I hope they fuck the cable companies as hard as they can in the ass. Yes. I hate them. Yeah. Fuck you, cable, and DirecTV, and Verizon, and whoever else is in the fucking TV business.
Perforated colons!
With that shank. That's serious, man. You still got that thing. It's scary.
This thing will ride shotgun.
Okay.
That could be my thing.
My Krav Maga has no defense for that. That's a different kind of Krav Maga.
Tuck that behind the ear, save that for a later date.
So, speaking of a later date,
what?
Do you have any news for us?
That's my favorite part. I need to get you a threatening mustache and go. Yeah.
And an ascot, like a scarf.
Well, you need that smoking pipe. I think you need a smoking jacket.
Okay, maybe.
Well, a little Sherlock Holmes.
Smoke anytime, with or without a jacket, sir.
Hey, it's all good. You guys know what that's about? I don't know. So, last night, I'm flipping channels on the TV like I like to do. And I come across this one highlight that I'll put up there. It says, "The man with the 132-pound scrotum."
Oh, Jesus Christ. On television?
This is on TLC, brother. TLC.
They showed photos of this?
So call me intrigued. Yes, it was an hour-long documentary.
130-pound scrotum.
132 pounds.
It's like here's a guy who's got Ian McCall attached to his balls.
So I'm sitting there the whole time like this, watching.
Whoa.
Because I'll give you.
How do you get 130?
I'll give you this, and here's the doctor and this guy, and the doctor's talking about trust and whatnot, and then all of a sudden he whips out this fucking picture or a camera, and he starts taking pictures, and I feel like I got fucking roped into some kind of gay porn because the guy's bent over and he's got his fucking nuts, and I know we've joked about it in the past about having these balls
elephantitis of the nuts,
big, just fucking wheelbarrow size, but that's too much. That's a little extreme for me.
How does this guy buy pants?
He wears the sweatshirt upside down.
On his what?
He puts his legs.
That's fucked up.
He puts his legs. I'm gonna post that.
How did the scrotum get so large?
I don't know. I missed like the first part of the show, but apparently it was a 4-year process. And in that video, the doctor goes to say like his fucking dick and his balls are like somewhere like a foot down in that fucking 132-pound mass. I have no idea.
Is it cancer?
They did not address that. They did not address these things.
Can you just cut it off?
That's what they did. It was a 12-hour operation.
And is he okay?
And he was out for like 4 days in a fucking. It wasn't a coma, but it took a while for him to come back.
I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it. It sounds terrible. That was scrotum that large.
Oh my god! And the other thing is, so the whole show they're blurring out his balls at like the drop of a hat. It's all blurry. But as soon as the surgery starts, then you could show the balls. Why? Why can't we see the balls the whole time? Why is
it's
everyone
not a
afraid?
medical procedure. I don't know.
Oh my god! But at that point, it's okay then.
I don't know. It's our society where, you know.
I don't know. It was the fucking most fascinating thing I think I've seen in the year 2013.
Really? Okay.
You should go check it out.
I'll pass. Thank you.
It's a freak show, man. You gotta know there are things out there. This can happen.
With Top Gear. I was watching Top Gear this week. There's no scrotums in Top Gear.
100th Ingo. He should have bought a wheelbarrow. He should have bought a wheelbarrow. That's all I'm saying.
You should have a midget that walks around and carries that scrotum.
They're not strong enough. You need 2. One for each one. Maybe you need the 7 dwarfs.
That's fucked up.
I don't know. Grumpy does not approve. So he had that going on.
He's definitely not on a gluten-free diet.
Oh my god. The guy, he had to go to, I think, a recycling place to weigh himself before the surgery too. Stepped on a scale, he was like 550. 550.
Yeah, so he was a big guy to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, once your balls start swelling, then it's limiting his movement. So he couldn't drive, he could barely walk, he was almost bedridden.
So you never caught, like, why does this happen?
Never caught why.
Is there something I should do to prevent this from happening?
If you see a problem, get it taken care of.
I don't know. If my balls get to be like twice the size they are now, I'd be like, I should probably go see somebody. This doesn't
I don't know,
right.
because if I'm delivering payloads that match the size,
I know,
damn, you put that one dude, Peter North, to fucking rest.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you have a scrotum the size of that, okay, if you have like a 20-pound scrotum, that's a problem. 100-and-some pound scrotum, it's crazy.
Just get yourself a sweet wheelbarrow. You can deck it out, man. Get some fucking chrome. I got 24s.
I got 2 chairs at my desk. One for me and one for my balls.
That's right, bitch. Deal with it. Yeah. It looked like he had one of those like fucking child toys where you're hip hopping around.
I saw the blurred out image.
At South Park.
I feel sick.
All right, I'll bring you back.
Way to start the show.
Sorry, I didn't know it was gonna make you nauseous.
I'm gonna hurl.
I just thought it looked kind of gay pornish. And,
it did, and it was. What's up with the pictures? I don't know.
Very awkward. I'll post that.
The doctor's like, let me get a zoom in on that.
Like, fuck me, man. I gotta check this shit out.
Turn that to the side a little bit.
This is enormous. I've never seen something like this. So, and then we'll move right along. Clear your brains. Clear your minds. Get those nasty images out.
I'm trying. I can't. I close my eyes. I see scrotum. Show me something else. I'm gonna have to like Google porn right now just to get myself to stop thinking about large scrotum.
Do you need this
in my eyeballs?
Like right into the temple.
Yeah.
So I was watching The Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel.
Oh yes.
And he had.
There's a man who's not gay.
Not at all. And I like how he always posts his Facebook link, and he only has like 7,000 likes on there.
For a guy on TV, that's crazy.
On HBO. Come on, put it. he probably has more, but these fucking douchebags who were editing probably took one 5 years ago and said, oh, I only have 7,000 likes.
I'll check it out while you talk.
But anyway, so they've been having some good segments, and this one has Diamond Dallas Page. So you have a former WWE wrestler who I think is 55 years old. And he's got the fucking DDP yoga. It ain't your mama's yoga. And
Does he wear yoga pants?
I think he's wearing like some weightlifter pants from those 80s, those loose ones.
He's got 11,000 Facebook fans.
That's kind of sad.
Wow.
So anyway, top six.
Go.
So
here's the photos of it too.
So,
my favorite guy on that show is that old fucking guy, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's the guy who did this one too.
Okay, yeah, these are the photos.
He did the interview, and the weird thing was, so he's doing this yoga system, and I don't know what it costs, $100, and he's trying to say it's not your mama's yoga or whatever. And there was a clip even like a couple days ago with Henry Gracie.
Okay.
And he was doing the DDP yoga with him, and then they're probably swapping out some jiu-jitsu. So Henry comes in and throws a choke on him real quick while he's trying to talk, and he's like, God, Jesus Christ, tap. But the sad point of the video was that, okay, so you have Diamond Dallas Page, he's a wrestler, and then you have these other guys who he was bringing in, like Jake the Snake Roberts, who was having all these fucking problems and alcohol issues, and Scott Hall, who at the time, what he does with these guys is he calls them up and he brings them in and invites them to live in his house and basically gets them back to like getting on his program and whatever. But it reminded me, Scott Hall used to be Razor Ramon, the guy with a fucking toothpick in his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And now you see the guy, he can't even fucking walk and he's old. But 20 years ago, I was working out at a place that was way off the beaten path here. And the WWE came into town, and 3 fucking wrestlers came in. And Scott Hall was one of the guys. And to warm up, this motherfucker grabs a curl bar with 245s, and he's just going, gush, 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 toothpick in mouth, gush, gush, just pumping it out. These motherfuckers were throwing around so much weight, it was ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Like, what? These guys are so juiced out of their minds.
It's on the juice, man.
It's ridiculous.
Total juice.
But, you know, then
so
then it's like, fuck, you look at them now, and like, god damn, I almost wonder what's going to happen to, granted, an MMA fighter, what's going to happen to them when they're in their 50s? Is this
well, do we have any examples? I mean, who can we think of?
I mean, the oldest guys are probably like Severin.
He's not in good shape.
Who's been doing it for years and years, and
he's old.
Gracie's getting up there, like Hoist, but he's an original. He's fucking OG. But I don't think that MMA fighters, their bodies go through as much punishment as, say, like a football player would or a professional wrestler. But it's kind of a question. What's going to happen? I don't know.
I think the next 10 years will tell a lot. I think we're heading into the era of some of these senior guys really retiring and being in their twilight of their lives, really, at 60, 50, 60, 70 years old.
Up. I mean, I guess that's the price you pay, right? You want to be
you
great.
know, like they say, you can have a race car and you can run that fucker in the red.
Redline that shit.
And it's going to be fun while it lasts, or you can have like a Honda Civic and that thing will go for 500,000 miles without a problem. I guess it's a matter of what you want to do, you know. You want to drive a long way, or you want to have as much fun as possible. I don't, I like Redline. I'm a fan of that, as myself, But
so I will be juiced up in a couple weeks.
I don't know. There's so much talk about like MMA guys being juiced to the gills and this and that, and I don't know what's true, what's not true. It's such gray area, but at the same time, like you said, like in football, it's guaranteed these fucking guys are on. Dude, are you kidding me? They're fucking sauced up to the gills.
Yeah.
Look at. You said you've been watching Hard Knocks. I mean, look at how big some of those guys are.
Oh, whoever the biggest dude on that team is. I don't know what his name is.
Oh, yeah, the defensive
that everyone's scared of.
Yeah. Fuck, I can't think of his name.
The guy's massive.
He's huge.
Massive.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you, Cameron.
He's a monster. Yeah, that guy's a monster. And he's fast as fuck. He runs a 40 in probably like 4.5 or something crazy.
Like big men that big shouldn't be able to move that fast. It's scary.
Well, the thing is too is for those guys, I think it puts an enormous amount of strain on their heart because they're carrying so much mass around, and same with wrestlers, you know, where your heart is just, it's not designed to do that. It's not. when you go beyond the limits of your normal body via drugs and whatever else you're doing, it's, you know. I don't think MMA guys are at that much risk. I think the big issue is maybe some of the older guys, like the Vanderlei Silvas and, you know, Shoguns and Nogueiras, who took all that punishment in the earlier days before guys got smart and now started to train a little bit differently.
Yeah, because they train like they're fucking going to war.
Right.
So let's knock each other out in training camps. Yeah. Habitually.
You know, who was it that Dan Hart? No, who was on the Rogan podcast?
Ian McCall.
Yeah. Was he talking about it too? Well, several guys have come on and said they don't train that way anymore. I don't know who I'm trying to think of who would say that. Maybe GSP, or they don't train like, their training isn't necessarily maybe Dan Hardy isn't balls to the wall like that. It's more really reserved. I think it might have been Dan Hardy. He said he used to do that in the beginning, and now he's like changed his training up. He realizes he doesn't need to beat the shit out of himself, you know, during training camp. It's not necessary. Right. So, you know,
you got to find that safe level of training where it's, you want to get as close to, I think, a fight as possible without sustaining any injuries to yourself or your training partner. So
yeah. I'm curious. We'll see. Next 10 years, I think we'll tell that.
Exactly. It's going to be sketchy. So, moving right along, Mayhem Miller, this fucker guy gets arrested again. Do you think it's time to start a fucking MMA death pool?
For Mayhem?
Well, for anybody, because I want him then. This guy's on the down.
He's on the down? I don't know what his deal is. Obviously, he's got some mental issues. I mean, it's fun to watch while he's on a high. You know, I used to know a guy like in college who was bipolar, and it reminds me a lot of like how Mayhem is. Like when he's in a good state, it's like you want to be around this person like as much as possible because they're fucking fun. But when they're in a bad state, oh my God, look out, because you don't know what the fuck. He could be burning down houses and shooting shit up, or just going bananas, beating people up. I mean, I feel like Mayhem maybe is in that same category where, like, you know, now that he doesn't have MMA to focus on,
he doesn't have an outlet for all this energy.
Yeah, so it's all become very negative. And I hope, you know, he straightens this shit out, but sometimes people are just fucked up. There's nothing you can do about it.
Get him a fight. Get back in some fucking Bellator. It seems to be the go, or World Series of Fighting.
Yeah.
Someone can pick him up. He didn't have much success in the UFC, but I don't know what to say about that. Whatever happened to that Nick Diaz fight with him? It would have been good in Strikeforce days.
Yeah. Nowadays, no. Well, Nick, what's up with Nick? When's he fighting again?
Never.
There's a lot of rumors going around about him doing XYZ. Machida.
Matt Brown is the one we want. Matt Brown, Nick Diaz, make it happen.
I'll take it.
I don't care if Nick's off of like 2 losses. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. I like that fight.
Last news story.
Okay.
Strip Dominick Cruz of his fucking title already.
Is that news? Someone wrote that, or you're?
No, this is me. This is my news.
This is the MMANUTS news. Official.
Actually, just fire that guy because I hate that guy's style. Yeah, I do. I'll fucking say it. I don't.
When was the last time you fought? You said
October 1st, 2011 was his last fight.
It's almost 2 years.
He's still holding a fucking title.
Yeah.
So this begs the question, Ingo. What is the time frame that you fucking strip someone's title from them?
I think a year. A year is fair.
Because I'll agree with that. Because you set up all these interim belts, and now this belt is fucking meaningless because you have a guy.
Does he have a fight lined up? Not that I know.
No,
Why
nothing.
Not?
We're in August, end of August. So September, October, 2 more months, and you're at the fucking 2-year mark.
So no fight lined up?
Nope.
That I forgot about.
No.
At all.
I don't even want to see him fight, so just take it away.
It's too bad.
Actually, just cancel that division. Just fucking...
Sorry, guys. You either got to gain weight or lose weight. Pick one. Sorry. Let us know tomorrow which direction you want to go.
It's not going to work out for you.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's 2 years is a long time. I didn't realize it was that long. I'm not the biggest Dominick Cruz fan, so I guess I didn't really miss him. So, you know, it doesn't make me that sad.
It doesn't, but it's principle at this point. They refuse to take that from the man. I get it from the standpoint is he worked hard for it, but it's bullshit from everybody else in that fucking division to not have a real title out there. Interim belt. Interim bugs me. Do we even need interim anymore? I guess we do. You gotta have a title holder in every fucking
Conor McGregor for champion.
Sure, fuck it.
Except he's out for like 12 months.
10 months.
With a blown knee.
Calling everybody out with his fucking shredded knee.
Yeah.
It'll all work out. Right? Let's move
Not always.
along. UFC, I think I double collect. It'll all work out.
It's all good.
64?
August 31st, Labor Day weekend.
About an hour away.
Wisconsin.
About an hour away.
The land of Miller.
Of who?
Miller Lite.
Oh.
Miller Brewing Company. Yeah, so, you know, some shit's going to go down. TJ Grant was supposed to fight Henderson here, but shit went down. He hurt himself rolling jiu-jitsu. Got a concussion, apparently, rolling jiu-jitsu. Quite skeptical, but
what do I know? Conspiracy theories.
Very strange. This. Anthony Pettis happens to have a fight for the title in his hometown. Strange things are afoot, sir. But, that being said...
Should we get to the first fight?
I guess so.
Are you ready? Are you going to shit your pants?
No, hopefully not.
This is weird because we're talking about fights, and we did another show that we haven't reviewed yet because it didn't happen because it's happening on a Wednesday night. I was all set because I thought the last card we talked about, the Ultimate Fight Night 27.
That's happening in a couple days.
Yeah, it's happening on Wednesday. I thought it was going to happen on Saturday, so I was all geared up. Like, oh, ready for some fights. Like, why didn't they weigh in? What the fuck? There's no weigh-in. Oh, it's a Wednesday.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was
bitches.
I was doing the same thing last night. The wife went to bed early, and I'm like, oh, sweet, I'm going to watch UFC. I'm like, wait a minute. There's no UFC. What's going on? Yeah. Well, it's happening a couple times in the...
Yeah.
There's a couple of, like, midweek cards.
Yeah. So you put a week card on a Wednesday and not a Saturday for some reason. We're light on the MMA this weekend, so...
All good.
All right, so we got Erik.
Newbie!
Koch, he's 13-2 versus Dustin.
The Diamond!
Poirier, he's 13-3. Koch, 23% of his wins by KO, 54% by submission. Poirier, 38% of his wins by KO, 46% by submission. What do you see going on?
I have a question for you,
Go.
sir. Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is Finkel.
Einhorn is Finkel. How can you tell these two guys apart? For like, I swear to God, for 2 years, I thought this was the same guy. Like,
they're both 24.
They look identical.
They look identical.
The judges
they're both the same age. They have
both
the
wearing
same
black
skill
shorts.
set.
It's like very strange.
I know how you tell them apart.
Tattoo.
One of them is missing an eyeball.
No, he has a real eyeball.
Ricardo Lamas, give him his fucking eyeball back. Jesus Christ.
We thought
you fucking took it out.
No, but he's fine.
Are you sure?
He's fine.
I think One-Eyed Willie from the Goonies.
Coke will be more bronze when he walks into the cage.
Is he sponsored by a bronzer company?
I don't know. But
spray on tans.
Our friend Hector from Cage
it.
Fanatic is actually doing the video blog for this, so you guys should check it out.
Sweet.
I don't know if he's got links anywhere, but we will post them on our Facebook for him. So it should be pretty cool because Coke is obviously from Milwaukee.
Rufus Sport.
Yeah, from Rufus Sport. So. He had a bad showing here in Chicago when we saw him.
Didn't work out for him that time.
It did not. And
I thought he lost a fucking eyeball.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that, Koch does have a small striking advantage, but I think on the ground, Poirier is much more dangerous. I feel like this fight does not go the distance, and even though he's in his hometown, I feel like Poirier has a lot more tools. He's with the exception of, one fight, I think where he didn't look very good. I think he's been kind of coming on for some time, Poirier, and I feel like this is just another stepping stone for him. If it goes to decision, God knows what will happen because I can't tell these fucking guys apart.
Flip a coin.
Yeah, but I'm going to say Poirier is going to finish this via submission. I'm going to say late first round. We're going to get some kind of like triangle kind of thing going on. This should be a good ground game if hopefully Poirier can get it there, but I like Poirier in this fight.
It's like poutine.
He was in that documentary too.
Yeah, Crazy Tim Crater. Is he still around?
I think he got in trouble.
Issues.
Drugs,
guns.
Pot.
Leave the marijuana.
We should get what's his fucking name on our podcast from California. Oh, my brain.
There we go.
There we go again.
That guy.
He said he watches fights. Like
he watches fights
sober.
Oh, Dwayne Ludwig.
Yeah, we should get him on.
Done.
I think he should be smoking pot on the show. It would be great.
Maybe we should make a trip out there then.
We should go. No, I think for some reason I want to get him on.
Ludwig. Is he in California?
Yeah, he has a gym out of California now. He trains
Alpha male.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't have much to say on this. Just both guys are coming off of losses. Poirier, with his last fight, the Cub Swanson, took it on short notice, and he said he wanted the fight because it was an exciting fight, and he didn't have a full training camp, and that was part of the problem. But I don't have anything else to say. Poirier decision. Should be a good fight. Magic 8 Ball.
Survey says
it's taking Koch. That didn't sound right, but whatever.
Coke is good for your health.
All right, we're moving right along.
Hey, that's an old
Someone looks a little
Rothwell.
felt, and that's an old photo of Vera. I gotta take a sip. I feel
Parched.
This tastes like poison, by the way.
What?
Just alcohol, like straight up Captain Morgan.
My wife likes to drink Captain Morgan too.
I thought she was a Cesar
Chavez, Julio, Sailor Jerry. Yeah, what happened was there was a shortage, and then the price went crazy.
Shortage on what?
Sailor Jerry.
Oh, really?
Last year, the shit was like ridiculous cheap. It was like $18 for a half gallon, and then this year, it's slowly every time I go to buy it, you know, it's like $1 more, $1 more, $1 more, and then the last time they were like, well, we can't get it right now. It's on back order, so I switched to that.
$21.
Yeah.
Sam's Club.
Yeah. You can catch it. It depends. Like Benny's or Costco has it sometimes, but Cap Morgan is what she's been drinking now, so it's in that same ballpark. 20 to $24 depending on the day. I don't know. I'm not a rum drinker. It's not my thing.
I'm a rum shaker. All I want to do is zoom,
and shake your big
and a
130-pound scrotum.
Just shake your fucking sack.
That's right.
How does that?
What you can't see here, people, is that was really Matt in the video, and his scrotum is now dangling.
Oh my God!
His chair.
I would have chicks hanging from those. I'd have like two little midget ladies.
Walk? I don't understand how
he
that guy
couldn't.
Walked into
it
the
was
fucking
very
place.
painful. He would, and when he got to the hospital, he had a little wheelchair or a walker. He just put his nuts on the walker. Just seeing a guy trying to get in and out of bed was a fucking process.
It's terrible. How do you let it get that out of hand? That's just crazy.
Well, I think the problem was the guy didn't have health insurance, and this surgery cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Of course.
And luckily, the doctor felt bad enough that he did the surgery for free.
Nice of him.
I've never seen anything like that.
And then you got a TV show out of it too.
Got a fucking hour-long documentary.
Good for him.
And then the guy asked, I gotta digress a little bit, because he asked the doctor, he's like, so this is before the doctor said he was going to do it for free. He's like, Doc, okay, thinking about, you know, I don't have the money to pay for the operation, but what if I was to, I don't know, sell my balls afterwards? Like, so you're going to remove this 132-pound scrotum. What if I sell it off and auction it off? And the doctor's like, I think there's some health issues here because this is like fucking disease and it could be a problem and we're fucking hospital. You can't do that shit. The guy's just trying to fucking recoup some of the loss, you know?
I feel him.
I don't know who wants to bid on a 132-pound
There's
scrotum,
people out there, Matt.
But
if you can buy used pantyhose online,
and
what
panties,
did you show me last time?
Dana Diermont.
Yeah.
The chick's auctioning off everything.
It's gross.
She might as well just sell her asshole.
Send you a log of shit. This
No,
is my shit
I'm going to draw the line there. I could see the
Actually, I think it's
panties.
illegal. I don't think you can do that.
You can't sell
feces.
excrement.
No feces.
Hey, speaking of feces, I almost got to keep tangenting.
Are we going to talk about this fight ever?
No, because did you know what aspartame is?
Yeah, it's the sweetener in some pops, right?
You know where it comes from?
No.
The excrement from genetically modified bacteria.
Ooh. Really?
Someone just, I guess the patent just came up and someone did the research and said that's where that comes
from.
It's
like a waste product of bacteria?
Yeah, and then that's why it causes cancer. So
interesting. That's why I drink
food for thought, Inga.
the Zevia now.
That's right.
Instead of, I don't even really drink pop, but I do.
Cherry cola is very tasty in
you better blur that out. They don't
raw.
sponsor the show.
Yet. Coming for you.
They should.
All right, so we're ready to talk about this fight?
I'm ready.
All right, we got Ben.
Big Ben.
Rothwell, he's 32-9 versus Brandon.
But truth.
And it's no bullshit. I'm going to hold the belt in heavyweight and light heavyweight Vera. He's 12-6-1, no contest. Rothwell, 56% of his wins by KO, 34% by submission. Vera, 58% of his wins by KO, 8% by submission. So let's say this. Now it makes sense why Rothwell's body type has changed, Ingo.
Why is that, man?
I don't know.
Good diet?
Usually.
He's working hard, man.
He used to be doughy and a little bit pudgy.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden he got really svelte.
And lean?
Yeah, a little TRT in his diet.
Apparently so. He's been cleared for TRT.
He's on the TRT train.
What was his weight last time? Like 230 something? What does it say? 265.
That's not right. He was leaner than that.
No, I think he's in the 240s, 250s.
And Vera
at 205. They have him at 205.
a little svelte,
okay,
if you will, in that picture. But I'm going to go back to the Rothwell. I'm going to say this. He's trending for a win because he's did that stupid win-loss shit for like 7 times. And he's sitting on that loss. And Vera coming off the loss of Shogun. He showed a lot of heart.
Ago. Wait a minute. That was forever ago.
It was almost 13 months ago.
What happened? How come
you know, a long layoff, probably some injuries and shit.
The knee injury, MCL injury?
Who knows? It's always something.
I thought I read something
the
about
guy talks a good game. He's always 0-0.
Wasn't he just talking shit about somebody on Twitter?
Yeah, he was talking shit about Stan because of the Phil Davis fight.
Oh, yeah.
And the biasness. He's like, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. It's my training partner, and
that's it.
Whatever. But here's the thing with Vera. At 205, not so good. 4 of his 6 losses are at 205.
Yes.
And that no contest was a loss, so he really lost that one. But
yes.
Thiago Silva had to turn in some fucking fake urine and tested positive or not positive for some of them.
Did he use a Wizinator?
Yeah, with a big black cock? Like, sir,
oops.
Why do you have a 13-inch
Isn't that
black
what really
cock?
happened? I forgot.
Well, he had fake urine. The urine was non-human urine.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Might have been lemonade.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
He's out there
like,
motherfucker. Squeezing it. Could you imagine him just squeezing it? Come on, piss! Piss, you little fuck! You know, veiny and shit. But anyway, I'm just saying.
Okay. Wow.
We got to find a picture.
Breathe.
So
Have to breathe.
Breathe. Use your ass muscles. Squeeze from the sphincter. So yeah. So what I was saying is 4 of his 6 losses were 205. 205 is not a good weight class for Brandon Vera. Brandon Vera likes to eat. He's a big fan of eating, so he's very psyched right now.
Isn't he Filipino?
Yes.
They love to eat.
And he said he's spent, like in the past, he hasn't always trained off season. He just kind of waited for a fight and then got in shape. He said he spent the last 13 years, and I know Brandon has talked so much shit about, now I'm training, now I'm the best ever. I'm buying in this time. I'm buying in. It sounds real. And you would think in this fight, Vera should definitely have a fucking speed advantage against Rothwell. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck all the TRT in the world you want to take. You can't, it's not going to affect your speed. So even cardio-wise, Vera should have striking, he should have cardio, and whatever else. He should be able to pick him apart on the feet. 3 steps ahead, 2 steps behind.
I'm
this is
so
great.
following you.
This is why I drink Captain Morgan.
I'm trying to follow. I'm with you.
It's all good. So what I would like to see from Vera is just fucking chop him down with the leg kicks, keep his distance, and make it a striking affair. Unfortunately, I think Rothwell is just going to fucking come out and just dive for a takedown and try to take it to the ground. Hopefully we keep it standing. The big question mark will be gas tank. And I will tend to say the Shogun fight, Vera's gas tank did not look so good. And he should have won that fight. Not, like, just from I don't know where I'm going anymore. He should have just won the fight, Ingo. It's Shogun. He should have won the fight. It's Shogun.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
I
will not take your bait, sir.
I'm saying Shogun is a beatable fighter.
He is.
But Brandon wasn't able to do that.
He's a handsome man, too.
Goddamn right. But at heavyweight, I think Vera can be a force to be reckoned with again. Okay. Granted, he lost. You go back to heavyweight. How did he start his losing streak? It was to Tim Sylvia. Yep. But he broke his hand in the first round. Challenge. Then he lost to Verdum, which was a horrible stoppage by Murray Liotta. Early stoppage.
The Murg.
What are you going to do? So going to take Vera, and I think I'm going to go with a controversial pick here with a TKO, because Rothwell, you're not going to knock him out, but you can stun fuck him like Velasquez. You can get a TKO, but you're just going to take a lot of punishment.
I'm fine. Don't stop the fight. No.
It's going to take a lot of punishment.
I'm fine.
So I'm taking
You took a beating from Cocaine, that's true.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
So what do you think here?
Well, the thing is this.
What?
I've heard all this shit from Brandon Vera for like the last, 3 times now.
But he's a heavyweight.
He's always training. He's training the best, and he's always motivated.
He's got Phil Davis in his camp.
It doesn't matter. Dude, first of all, he's giving up a huge amount of strength here.
I don't know.
Rothwell is a beast. The guy can take a punch. Yes, he might be plodding and slow, but Jesus Christ, he is strong as an ox, and I think Vera...
Fresh off the blocks.
Whatever.
The crowd's so live. They're coming in flocks.
Sure. I don't know. I think Vera's... You mentioned it earlier. The only thing he's got going for him is he's got a significant speed advantage.
He's got a 15-inch cock.
Maybe. But I don't... with the TRT, doesn't that make your balls and your cock bigger?
No, everything shrinks.
Everything shrinks.
Unfortunately. Your cock will get bigger, your balls will get smaller.
Big cock,
See,
small
that's
balls.
what that fucking guy should have done. He should have got on the
DRT,
juice.
Yeah.
Would have took this
trying to sabotage my talking by more
sir.
balls. I'm still seeing pictures of blurred out scrotum. I can't make it. Ben Rothwell, I think what his strategy needs to be, he needs to close the distance, push Vera back, frustrate him, get him against the cage, try to take him down. I think when he's on top, I think Vera has no chance. I think Rothwell takes his first round TKO. I don't believe Vera is serious about a fight game. He's coming off of an MCL or ACL or some kind of a knee injury. He's got too many things that Ben Rothwell's fighting in his hometown. He's from Kenosha, Wisconsin. I just don't see it going Vera's way. I mean, sure, I like the guy. I think, he's had like, a significant career at times, and he's always talked, a crazy game, and sure, I can respect that, but I just don't see it. I really don't. I'd be very surprised if Rothwell, unless he totally gasses like he did against, was it Gilbert Evil?
Yeah. Well, I will say, wasn't that fight in Colorado, though? The air was thin.
It was.
That's not fair for the heavyweights.
But when he's from Kenosha and he's fighting in Milwaukee, it's like hometown, and I don't see him losing. I just don't, especially with TRT. What does the 8-ball say?
Magic 8-ball.
Got some kind of...
I got something else I want to say.
Are you Googling
No. Magic 8-ball is taking Ben Rothwell.
Nice. Big Ben.
So, as we're moving along here, I'm just thinking about this scrotum guy again. And we're both coaching soccer, by the way, for our kids' leagues. Wouldn't that guy make a great fucking goalie in any sport?
Oh, yeah. What if he gets hit in the scrotum and explodes?
Oh, do you think... Oh, my God, if he gets kicked in the junk, how bad does that hurt?
How do you get a cup big enough to hold that guy?
You don't, but... Goalie? There's no 5-hole, bitch.
I always wondered,
no
like, in hockey, why don't they just get like a 500-pound goalie?
I think someone tried that, but they're just not that agile, so you could go around them pretty easy.
Okay.
You could just go from side to side on them.
I see.
Because they can't go
laterally.
Can they
just stay in the middle of the goal and block everything?
You just lay on your side.
I don't know. Just block everything. Only leave a tiny hole.
I wonder if there's a test. Like, I know for police officers, the way they keep midgets out of the police force is that you have to have them. You have to be able to scale a 6-foot wall. That's part of the test?
Really?
To become a police officer. So that's how they.
I've never heard that.
They're not discriminating against short people, but that's how you keep a midget out of being a police officer.
Wow.
The more you know.
Full
of thoughts like this.
Deep thoughts by Matt.
No, it's just fact, but it's kind of weird. Anyway, moving right along. Did I switch the slide? I can't see
You did
yet.
switch the slide. We're good.
I need a better mirror. I have a mural over there. Hey, speaking of murals, we got Frank. Muir. He's 16-7 versus Josh.
The War Master!
Nice. Barnett. He's
like it.
32-6. Muir. 19% of his wins by KO, 56% by submission. Barnett, 22% of his wins by KO, 63% by submission. You want to go first?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm excited. I hope this hits the ground. Unfortunately, I'm scared it's not going to. Sometimes when two guys are really skilled in one area, it never gets there. But please, for the love of God, take it to the ground. Whoever wants to go there, mirror, pull guard, Barnett, just go for the takedown. I want to see what happens when these guys hit the ground. Probably two of the most skilled athletes on the ground with such diverse styles. You know, you got like Mir's a good like sweep transition guy. He likes to play off his back. Barnett likes to do the half guard with his like catch wrestling, and he's doing the leg locks, and he's raising his hand. What would you like to say, sir?
Doesn't Mir have the best striking in the heavyweight division?
No! Mir! Everyone keeps talking about Mir striking. He's knocked out Nogueira. He got Koch like fucking like 90 rounds into their fight. I don't even know.
That was bullshit.
Frank Mir, please don't try to strike. Okay, Barnett can take a punch. And I really don't think either of these guys are the greatest strikers. And it would be a fucking travesty if they decided to play boxing.
Guess what, Ingo? That's what's going to happen.
No! Don't tell me that.
3 rounds of horseshit striking.
I want to see what happens when Josh Barnett and Frank Mir hit the ground. When you got these styles are such opposing styles. And there's a lot of debate out there about catch wrestling versus traditional jiu-jitsu. And I really would love to see what's going to happen. Because if you remember, like Cormier, he was on to Barnett's game. And when they fought, he was getting out of leg locks, all kinds of shit. And I felt like Barnett was getting kind of frustrated with him. So I'm not saying Mir could do that, but I really would like to see that. And I'm torn. I'm not sure who's going to win this fight.
Are you rip torn or just torn?
I'm going to go ahead and say that both guys are too tough. And if they really want to grapple, no one's going to finish anybody. This goes to a split decision, highly controversial. I will say Frank Mir takes it. By being more active. I think Barnett has some gas tank issues the last few times I saw him, and Mir's on the TRT. I think he's got
it's another TRT.
He's got his stamina back. Still training out there with the Jacksons, I believe. No. Jackson?
Yeah, should be.
So game plan will be in effect. This is the fight I'm most excited about, and unfortunately that usually means it's going to be the worst fight.
It depends.
So
you used to be good at picking the best fights.
Used to be. I used to be good at a lot of things.
Now
I'm old. I'm old and decrepit now.
Good.
What'd say you, sir?
Well, Mir's coming off of 2 losses, and I think in this fight, his speed is a challenge in striking. He's very slow and very predictable with what's going to come at you. I'm not saying Barnett is going to be much faster, but I think Barnett might have a slight speed advantage. Both are striking it's not elite. It's not the best. It's like mid-range, mid-level kind of striking.
Barnett's not that fast, though.
That's what I was saying. It's not like a speed demon, so it's just bleh. And you would think, where would this fight where would be most fun to watch it take place at? It's going to be on the ground, and I don't think it's going to go there either. I think you're going to get a sloppy slugfest.
Don't say that.
Why?
Because I want to see these guys grapple.
It never happens, though. It always does the opposite of what
they respect each other too much on the ground.
Yeah. So let's go to this gray area where anything can happen, especially as heavyweights. And this is, it's not Barnett's first fight in the UFC, but it's his first fight in a long time in the UFC. And I don't typically like to pick guys that, you come in the UFC and you lose, but Barnett's a different breed. I mean, he's a fucking seasoned veteran, so I think Barnett is the guy, though, who can dictate where the fight goes. Frank cannot fucking take you down. You can try to pull guard on him and you'll get leg locked, and we'll play footsies, and that would be fun to watch. But
Barnett's got a lot of fights. I think Barnett has more submissions than Mir has victories.
Maybe. I don't have the stats.
I'm just guessing here. I know he's got a lot of subs. Barnett does.
He probably could. If he's got 32 wins and 63% of them are by submission, that would say at least 16, 17. You are correct.
See?
Look at it. We just did math on the fly.
Wow, look at you. You're not that drunk. You're doing math. Careful.
Yeah, this isn't going to end well. Let's just put that down.
Okay, thank you. You'd be like, there's blood squirts.
No, I always stab away, never towards.
Didn't look like you were stabbing away. But okay.
Stab away, my son. So the only other fucking wild card is conditioning. Who will have the better conditioning, Mir or Barnett?
The TRT always wins.
Sometimes over him. Well, he's off the TRT. So instead of 4 minutes of cardio, 3. So I'm going to take Barnett with the first round KO. I'm going for broke. Okay. Heavyweights, they like to end in KOs.
Could happen, man. Could definitely happen.
Magic 8 Ball says concentrate and.
This is fight of the card.
Again.
I think. I hope I'm right.
Fake mirror. Fake mirror.
It's gonna be a crazy grapple fest. Please.
Be a fucking sloppy
Show me jiu-jitsu.
Evo.
Sponsors! We got DefenseSoap.com.
Hopefully my throws will be semi-accurate today.
They are, and it's falling apart. Defense Soap. It's the right way. Yep.
You can go there.
Use code MMANUTS 15% off Defense Soap. Listen, they sell a lot of products, but this is by far the best one. Soap. Just regular fucking soap.
I feel we should make a drink out of Defense Soap.
Like what would be its purpose?
It's like a daiquiri. To clean you inside and outside.
Okay. Interesting. Like,
he goes just like, what?
I don't know.
Fuck off.
I'm trying to think about like how this would make sense. We can market it to porn stars who like, you know.
Well, they just had a HIV.
Sucking lots of cock. And
they just had a HIV outbreak recently.
In porn?
The porn industry has been shut down.
Seriously?
Yeah.
For HIV?
Yeah. So because one of the actors or an actress got diagnosed with AIDS, and the whole thing got shut down for right now while
the entire porn industry.
Yeah, well, you have to go back and see in the last month all the women and men that this woman fucked. They have to get tested, and
Jesus Christ,
all the people they fucked got to get tested. So
Jesus,
it's like
this just spans out.
Yeah, so
an epidemic starts
right now. So if
no matter if they would have been using Defense Soap, shit would have been taken care of.
That's what I'm saying. You take it orally, you take it anally, or wait, no,
Nostrily,
externally.
In your ears, in your nose, in your ass. It doesn't matter.
Don't ingest.
Defense Soap, 15% off. Code MMANUTS. Thank you. Right. Also, we are sponsored by GoDaddy.com.
Go Daddy.
GoDaddy.
Stick with the king.
Yeah. I don't remember the code.
It's all good. All right, here we go. You can get 32% off your order. I have to slow down my pacing here a little. Go 32 off 6.
This shirt's kind of white. What happened? Are you
dog
using
hair.
this as
dog hair will get picked up.
What are we doing with this shirt, Matt?
It hits the floor and then it picks up the dog hair.
No, there's white splotches and things. Are you? He's like.
I wipe my mouth with Defense Soap.
Clean up rag.
Remember?
He's masturbating to his HIV porn.
I fuck the GoDaddy shirt habitually, and now I've just sent you my fuck.
Is that why
rag.
it's so crusty? You sent me a what?
Yeah, you listen. So I wiped my mouth with it after I had the Defense Soap.
I'm trying to listen. It's hard.
Damn right it is. You get 249.com with 249 nuts. You can get 3 495.coms with code MMA Nuts, and you could get a $4.com with free private registration with which code? Free 7. Cha-ching.
Thank you for remembering all that. We're also sponsored by onit.com, also the makers of, you have Alpha Brain and you're not even taking it. Alpha Brain and
you can take that home with you.
Shroom Tech Sport. I'm scared to take it. Shroom Tech Sport, my favorite. Shroom Tech works.
And those are blue pills, not corn.
Go to MMA Nuts. No, go to onit.com/MMA Nuts. Save
10%.
10%.
Support the show. Get supplements.
Take your supplements.
Supplements are good. Non-GMO.
My wife is like, my wife was giving me shit the other day. She's like, you know, fucking, you got a lot of supplements. I was like,
fucking A.
I know I do. She goes, what are you taking all that shit for? And I'm like, I don't know. Well, this thing does that. That thing
does
does
rock
this.
hard at will.
I'm not sure, but I seem to not be getting sick ever, and I'm working out like a maniac, and I'm stressed at work. I'm stressed in general. I'm just always like running around. So I feel like whatever I'm doing is working.
So it's all about.
So anyways, be there or be square. Last but not least, we're brought to you by Tweaked Audio, the makers of.
I don't know how that's gonna fly.
Headphones. I caught that left-handed.
Good catch.
These are the California earbuds. They sound better. Tweaked sounds better.
Like the California raisins. Did you hear it through the grapevine?
Sometimes. Use code MMANUTS, save 33%, which is ridiculous. So like $20, save 33% is like
That's right.
Huge discount. I can't do math that fast. So
off of what?
It was like $8 off or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Something like that.
In that
if it's $20, you're saving at least like $6.50.
Right. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's pretty close. It's $6.60.
You're in the ballpark. Yes. Tweaked Audio, code MMA Nuts. Go there.
Sign of the devil. That's why it's in a red package. Let me see those.
They're still
tamper resistant. I'm sure they will not break after that devastating throw.
That box is still looking pretty square, too.
See? Sometimes you got to test things out.
Yes, you do.
I got to take a piss. Let's take a break. And we're back. Just like that. All right, we got Benson Henderson. He wasn't quite done. 19-2 versus Anthony. Showtime! What if his name was Showtime?
That'd be awesome.
Pettis.
Don't they like to take off their shirts, him and Koch?
Yeah.
I heard some story about them taking off shirts in a bar. He owns a bar. I don't know. Seems crazy. I don't know. Crazy.
Hey, if I was 24, 26 again, and I'm a UFC fighter, my shirt's coming off at the drop of the hat, and I'm fucking panty dropper.
If I had my own bar,
Yeah. Damn right.
They drink a lot in Wisconsin. It's
what else are you going to do?
I don't know.
You drink, you eat cheese, and you fuck cows or something. He's 16-2. Benson, 11% of his wins by KO, 42% by submission. Pettis, 44% by KO, 38% by submission. And you had mentioned this at the beginning of the show. We have, this is supposed to be Benson Henderson versus TJ Grant. Grant pulls out of a fucking fight with a concussion from jiu-jitsu. And fucking Pettis is supposed to fight Aldo, but he pulls out of that with some undisclosed injury.
A knee injury that healed.
Magically healed. He had to see a couple doctors, and then somehow we get the fight that Pettis wanted. But this is a fight that's like years in the making, because Pettis has been denied his title shot ever since he got into the UFC. When we first pitted him against fucking Clay Guida, and Clay Guida just dry humped him to a fucking gross decision win. And, you look at, this is a rematch, because Pettis beat fucking Henderson for the WEC title, and it was a close fight, and many will say, like myself, that the only reason that Pettis won that fight was because of the Showtime kick, which is true. So, now he's finally getting, I'm about to sneeze, this will be epic. He's finally getting his shot, and when I sneeze twice.
That way.
And it'll be epic. I'll sneeze right at the camera. I will fucking coat that bitch.
Don't do it.
We have two. The other one's not here, though, so that'll be a problem. But this is, his hometown shot. So, one, he's got the hometown advantage. Two, he has the psychological advantage from already beating Henderson. And I'll throw a third one out there. He has the Showtime kick advantage, because Henderson is not going to want to get Showtime kick again, because goddamn, how many times did you see that replay? And
a million.
Even with the UFC game when it first came out, the first highlight was the Showtime kick on Pettis.
Correct.
So that makes me think that Henderson is going to come out and try to take this right to the fucking ground. There's no way he's going to want to let that kick happen again. And the way Henderson's been fighting, he's almost point fighting lately. I want to say he's won his last 7 fights by decision, and the loss before that was a fucking decision to Pettis, I think was his last loss. So what should I expect? Do I expect some spinning shit off the cage? Am I going to see some high flying kind of stuff? I think if I'm Pettis, I pull the fucking ponytail out. Do the Showtime ponytail pull. Because then, that's always Henderson's one of his flaws. He can't fucking see.
Okay.
You pull the ponytail out, and then what? The whole fight, he's going like this, and then you can like double Showtime kick him. What?
You go to the corner. Cut me, Mick, cut me! And he gets out scissors, cuts his fucking hair.
Holy shit, that would be awesome.
In
between rounds, just cut it off.
Why not?
If you're a man, you do it.
Yeah, he won't do it.
I just don't think all the toothpicks in China, the fucking Jesus, the fucking tattoo wings on your back are going to help you, Benson Henderson. I think this is Pettis' fight to win. I think you have no chance. And
Don't they both have wings on their back?
No, Pettis won't do that shit. He might, but I'm going to say no. Fuck no. That is just silly. I think the biggest factor in this fight is hunger. I think Pettis has it. And you just look at how many title shots did this guy have and not have in the last 2.5 years. I think this guy wants it. And I think striking-wise, he's going to get it. I don't know how it's going to end, but more than likely it's going to be a decision. But I'm going to take Pettis with some kind of crazy fucking KO.
Something crazy?
I want something crazy. And that's why I like Pettis, because he gets it. He's like, a lot of these fucking champions are point fighters. I'm not a point fighter. I want to go out there. I want to make things happen, and I appreciate that. From a striking standpoint, this guy is bringing shit that a lot of other guys aren't bringing.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see flying knees off the cage like he did against Cerrone. Like, mix it up. Oh, you're going to block this way with my flying knee? I'm going to come that way, and I'm going to liver kick you, and then you're going to go down. So I'm taking Pettis, fourth round TKO.
Fair enough.
Changing of the guard.
I think that the one thing that's obvious is that Anthony Pettis needs space to fight. And when he doesn't get that space, he's in big trouble. You look at the Clay Guida fight.
Little China?
Maybe. Who's on it? Is fucking, what was the guy's name that's in that movie?
I was going to say Jack Russell, but that doesn't sound right. I'm close.
It's
not Russell Brown.
It's something Russell. God damn it. I know you're thinking
this guy.
Yeah.
He's got long hair.
Jack Russell.
He was in
Will Russell? John Russell?
You know that guy.
Yeah.
Fucking, he was in that other movie with Sylvester Stallone. They were both shooting people up. It's the same guy.
How you fucking lost me. My brain is
Jesus
fucked.
Christ.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Just talk, and
Listen.
I'm going to IMDb
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone to get to that guy.
Okay. Okay, so what was I trying to say? Pettis needs space to fight, and I think it's obvious. You look at what Clay Guida did to him. I think the big problem is you look at the Cerrone fight, the last fight. Cerrone tried to strike with this guy, and it's not the smart move. It's just not. Bill Russell? No.
That's a basketball player.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. God damn.
I know. I'm working on it. Hang on.
It's something Russell.
It is.
He was in like the LA
Tango
movie.
and Cash was the movie with both of them. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me click it.
Oh, Jesus. Jack Russell sounds right.
Hang on. We're going for it. Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Fucking A.
Close. Was it Russell?
Yeah, it was Russell. So I think Henderson, the smart thing to do here for him is to just move forward.
off.
He could
Beat off.
He could beat off with his toothpick. But I think he needs to get Pettis moving back. And if Pettis is moving forward and he has space to play his little Showtime shit, it's big trouble. I think Henderson has learned that. I think they watch plenty of film. They understand what to do against this guy. You know, I'm going to say, unfortunately, even in his hometown, I think Anthony Pettis is going to end up getting Clay Guida again because Henderson is a really good, explosive wrestler. They always talk about his thighs. He's got running back thighs.
He's a goddamn running back. He's a linebacker.
And
who will say it first?
He's got a Taekwondo background. I mean, he can close the distance when he wants to. He should be able to get the takedown on Pettis. And I think he grinds out 5 rounds. As unfortunately, as boring as it's going to be, I think Pettis is going to be spending a lot of time on his back, frustrated in this fight, and Henderson's going to take another boring decision.
Then don't you think he's learned though from a Clay Guida fight? I mean, that was
learned
like 2
or
3
not.
Fights ago.
Catching up in wrestling is not so easy. I mean, you can't just like all of a sudden become a great wrestler.
GSP.
What's that?
GSP was never a wrestler to start out with, but he learned it for MMA.
Yeah, but George is on the juice, and he's Canadian. So there's difference.
I think it's a poutine thing.
It might be the poutine.
Or all the weed he smokes. I'm not sure.
Could
That's
be
why
that
he's got turbo learning.
Yeah. No, I just, unfortunately, that's what I'm seeing. And otherwise, I think Pettis just needs to go balls to the wall. And his chance isn't in a decision. I think his chance is in trying to finish. So if he's smart, he tries to get a first-round knockout. Otherwise, Henderson starts getting in a groove. It's going to be just George. It's like George St. Pierre, takedown, takedown, takedown.
Well, the other thing that Henderson won't have in some of the other fights that he has is the cardio advantage. With Pettis, I mean, cardio should be pretty close. I mean, he'd still have a slight advantage, but not much. It's not a sizable one where he's not going to be able to melt someone down.
So you don't think Henderson's going to want to strike with him, do you?
No, I mean, the smart thing if you're Henderson is you want to take it down because you don't want to be made another fucking Michael Jordan highlight reel, getting fucking dunked on and your fucking bulge in someone's face just
my balls
just dunked over you
I'll
again.
taste my pee-pee.
Yeah, maybe he should do that off the cage. Just fucking hit the cage and fucking face fuck him.
You never know. He might have something crazy he's going to do in Milwaukee.
Face mount, bitch. Backflip.
That's a lot of pressure for a young guy to be fighting in his hometown for the title.
He's gonna lose his shit. It'll be awesome.
It's a lot of pressure.
It can be good or bad. I'm banking on good, but you've seen it go bad, you know.
Yes.
Lozon, what happened? What happened?
Yeah, well, you know, game plan, style. I don't know. It's hard to call this one. Speed kills.
Pettis. I'll go Pettis speed advantage.
Okay. He does have a speed advantage, although they are both fast.
They're both fast. They both have cardio for days, so it should be fun. Best fight? I'm not sure. I think it might be good.
This one?
Yep.
I like the mirror.
I want to see shit that I haven't seen before. I think Pettis will deliver it.
Well, on this show, I've seen shit I haven't seen before. Well, so
just wait. I got so much shit.
You got more?
I got some other cool shit to show.
All right. No more scrotums. Show me a 132-pound vagina. I might be interested. Something I can crawl up in and take a nap in.
Like a fucking kangaroo's pouch. You know, you climb up in that shit.
Can I please crawl into your vagina and take a snooze?
You snooze, you lose.
Just send me some snacks. Or I'll take some fucking...
Magic 8 Ball is taking Henderson.
Goldfish in there with me and shit. I'm snacking on that shit.
Hey, look what I found. You're like, found a bottle of Captain Morgan in here. Jesus Christ.
Hello!
Anybody out there?
Okay, it's time for our
MMANUTS. I am so hungry. See, I should eat dinner before we start.
Don't talk about food. I shouldn't eat, but I always tend to eat something when I go home.
Starving.
After this thing.
All right, we're going to try to blow through this. Matthew Sambompu asks, how would you feel if BJ returned as a lightweight in Bellator?
I think he would never do that, but sure.
I think it would be awesome. And would you invite Steven Seagal to the MMANUTS cooking show?
No. Fuck that guy.
No? Why? We could poison him. We could give him we could taint his food.
I would really like to meet Steven Seagal. I think this guy's got to be a character.
Fucking douchebag.
He's a douchebag. I'd like to meet him just to see if my intuition about him is true or not.
I'd let him Aikido me.
Would you? I would.
No, not a small joint manipulation. He'll probably break stuff just to be a dick.
Yeah.
I know. He seems like he's got those dick tendencies. All right, Daniel Ivanovic. Will Stipe the Croatian? Here we go. The Croatian devastation, Miocic, be a guest on your show?
I never thought about that, but sure.
Actually, get him on.
I like Stipe.
Yes.
I speak a little bit of Yugoslavian still, so I can brush up and maybe.
Nice, that'd be great. And I will just make up shit as a translator, or I'll put subtitles.
No, I made this mistake before because I was born in Germany, and we had some people from over in Germany, and I was trying to reach them like at a hotel. So I try to be cool and talk to the German. I like talking German to the guy at the counter, and he responds and with this like blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm American. I don't know what the fuck you just said. I'm looking for so-and-so.
Bitch.
Like, slow down. You were talking way too fast. But apparently I fooled them enough where he thought I was German. So
nice.
But I don't want to do that shit on our show. What?
Sieg Heil? I don't know.
Heil Hitler.
Oh, Jesus. He's just playing. It's all games.
You know, one thing that's true about it, he did love his pastries.
Did it?
Oh yeah, he loves strudel. That was one of his favorite things.
Strudel loving.
Sounds like a good
son
strudel.
Of a bitch.
You can't get a good strudel in the U.S. It's hard.
Here we go. Why?
Because they're all like nasty fucking high fructose corn syrup, super duper sweet pieces of shit. A strudel should be fluffy and light and have, the apples should be fresh.
Like a kitty cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of kitty cats, but fluffy and light.
I didn't mean that. I would.
Yeah, the best. You know what the best cat is? It's a fucking dead cat. You know what's better than a dead cat? 2 dead cats.
That's right.
Anyway,
my wife is trying to talk me into getting a cat.
Fuck that shit. They're cool as kittens, but then they can become evil as fucking adult cats.
So I have 2 dogs. That shit's not gonna work out. So maybe if we ever move to a bigger place, I might consider a cat. But I don't mind cats. They're kind of cool. They can be snuggly. They can be cunty too.
Yeah, depends. They're so like, I'm here, I need to be there. Fuck that shit. They're devil's plaything.
You guys should get a cat. I think it'd be cool.
My dog will kill anything that is non-human.
You'd be like, I could just see it. The whole house is ransacked because the dog's trying to kill the cat.
She tries to kill the mailman, for Christ's sake. Keith came over to bring some chicken, was it yesterday? And I had shut the kitchen gate, and I was going to go answer the door. She jumped the kitchen gate with no, like, running start. She was just right there and goes, Phoom. Motherfucker, don't be delivering shit up on my house.
Chicken.
I will get you.
I will eat this chicken.
Yeah. So
Put
anyway.
said chicken down.
Yep. Anders Peterson asks, Ingo, when are you coming to England?
I don't know. Where do you live in England? Let us know. There's some places I want to go before I die. England's one of them. Ireland, I heard is beautiful. I want to go to like fucking what was that place you were talking about where they have the gym now?
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. I want to go there. I want to go to Japan.
Brazil.
Again. I was in Japan for like a little while and not long enough. So that's one place I'd like to go. But England's like weird. From what I hear, the food is like not the greatest unless you know where to go, and then it's expensive as fuck to go there. Like crazy.
Really?
I heard it's expensive. I mean, I know some people who went there a few times and they told me it's pricey. So I don't know. But where are you from, and where would you suggest if we were to go to England, which maybe we should consider going? I have a passport, sir.
I'm working on it. World tour.
I have a passport. We should go and do something. Although,
Fine.
I don't know how I'm going to get that by the wife, but if it's like 2 or 3 days, it's no big deal. But if it's like a long time, I might be divorced by the time I come back.
Oh, good.
Our wives will divorce us, and
then it'll all work out and become lesbians.
there you go.
Whatever. Gregory LaFon, if you could travel anywhere in the world to watch a UFC fight, where would it be and why?
You go first.
Brazil's.
Why?
I want to feel the fucking energy level at the event, because that seems like the craziest thing. Just when you listen to all the fucking UFCs all around the world, Brazil has got to be the fucking craziest. So, and that plus the women, I want to see Brazilian ass in person, like that one chick that you.
The watermelon woman.
Yeah, watermelon woman, and that other.
Oh, the one off the MMA TV
was interviewing Lyoto Machida.
I would say, honestly, England is because I just think the fans there are probably pretty awesome, and everyone's getting fucked up in the stands, and I don't know. I heard British pubs are fun. It gets a little rowdy and crazy.
Oh, good.
And they're like American guys, so
break out some old school fucking fighting stances.
No, dude, I don't want to fight anybody. I don't drink beers.
I don't want it anymore. I'm done. I'm done with that.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. Thank you.
Yes. Daniel Ivanovich, here we go. He's got an MMA Nuts challenge. Is there true or false? We're going to go rapid fire. GSP will never finish in a fight again.
True.
Roy Nelson will fight for the heavyweight title.
False.
Dana White will stop saying fuck fucking.
False.
Ronda Rousey will fight Cyborg.
False.
Ingo is going to enter a dance contest against Anderson Silva.
First of all, I never dance, ever, so that would never happen, so false.
Okay, fair enough. That's it. 5. I like these speed rounds.
Okay.
Maybe we need a true or false section where it's just fucking rapid fire. You line them up, knock them down, set them up, knock them down.
Okay.
All right, Brandon Weinstein closing you out. There you go.
There you go.
I'll try to speak art and articulate all my words. Alcohol has already touched my lips, so deal with it. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if someone broke into your house, found the location of your dirty laundry, and tied you and your family up and made you watch them while they ate the crotch out of every pair of dirty, musty, shit-stained underwear you own? What current UFC fighter, not including the flyweights because they suck, would you wish to show up and kick the sorry, a pop-up just popped up. Kick the stink out of the intruder's mouth and rescue you? So who's coming to save you?
Chris Lieben. Because he knocked fools out.
He doesn't give a shit. He only goes forward. He knows not reverse.
That's right.
You know who I'm taking.
Who?
Chris Cyborg!
Okay, there you go.
You know why? Because she'll probably join in this crotch-eating
it's nasty
fantasy.
You don't even know. I have no shit-stained underwear, but I will tell you this.
What?
That after running like a few miles in 90-degree heat, and if the shit's been like hanging out in the laundry for a couple of days, that has to be some of the foulest smelling clothes ever. I mean, ever. It's so foul. that I'm not even allowed to keep my running clothes in the house. They have to dry out in the garage first because it smells so foul.
Yeah, you need to put that out there.
Till it dries, where I wash it. Because I don't wash them right away. So, you know, they get washed like when after like jiu-jitsu, I pile all the nasty shit together or whatever, but yeah, good luck. I don't have any shit stains, but the sweat is putrid.
Yeah, I haven't shit myself in a while, so it's all good.
You would have a higher tendency for that than me because you have your food allergy, so, you know.
Yes. I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know.
We're right on the knowledge, so.
You got some knowledge?
A little bit. So I was you know, perusing the Amazon Prime movies, and this movie came up, Rollerball.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't watch it, but it reminded me of this miniature golf course that we used to go to back in high school. That was in Lincolnshire? I'm not quite sure. And as I'm researching all these miniature golf courses, because this one has been around since like 1949. So I'm trying to remember this golf course. So I'm looking best miniature golf courses in Illinois. And I come across there's one apparently in the basement of a funeral home in Illinois. It's in Palatine. Ooh. It's called the Allgrim Family Funeral Services. And they say, you don't have to have a loved one die to play miniature golf. Anyone can go and play a game at any time as long as there's not a funeral or a wake going on upstairs. It says it's open to the public for free for whoever is brave enough to go play. And I've got some pictures, and it looks pretty cool because I'll post 4. I only have one here to show Ingo, but they have like an arcade and a 9-hole mini golf course. Mm-hmm. But I want to check that out.
Why would it be so, like, is it something to be scared about?
It's in a funeral home. There's dead bodies left and right. Just
yeah, but they don't charge. They don't charge for it.
No.
Why? What if they kill you while you're there?
Maybe that's why. But I gotta find that other picture. One of the pictures is a coffin is actually on one of the holes, and you shoot your ball through the coffin. It's fucking crazy. But and they have like a shuffleboard and pool tables, and they have fucking forgot what the pinball game is, but they have like Monster Mansion or some sort of monster pinball game that shrieks and screams because pinball games like to just go off randomly while you're doing shit. I'm gonna check this out.
Sounds freaky.
It's not that far away. It's in Palatine.
Okay.
I might bring the kids. I don't know. Is that scary? Do you bring the kids? It's a regular funeral home, and then you just
no,
go
I'm not afraid of dead bodies, but it just seems kind of weird.
Mini golf for free.
I'm confused.
I know. It's all good.
Something seems strange about that.
Something strange things are afoot at the Circle K, Ingo. I'm just saying. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Not really. You know, just going.
All right, shut it down.
Late. That's been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. Are we taking a week off next week for Labor Day weekend?
Nope.
We're taking a show?
Yep, because there's 2 shows that are going to need to get reviewed, because you have the Ultimate Fight Night 27 plus UFC 164.
Oh, Jesus.
We could do it on Monday night, though, if you want.
That's
instead
cool,
of Sunday.
Yeah.
Done. Done and done.
So the show will be out like Tuesday. Wednesday-ish. So my name is Ingo Weigel.
Matt Griffith.
See you next time.
Thanks for playing.
Stay black.
Ball sack. 132 pounds.